the right gear to suit every angler.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, announcing the arrival of the Honorable Mr. Muhammad Den Katapi, Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Malaysia, the Honorable Secretary General of the Government of Malaysia, Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Dr. Ali Hamzah, the Honorable Mrs. Gloria Perez Samaron, President of the International Federation of Library Associations and Institutions, and Mr. Gerald Leitner, Secretary General to the International Federation of Library Associations and Institutions.
Putri cempaka emah antara kesorang. Baiklah sini tempat aku nak keluar ke taman bunga Banjaran Sari, nak bersukaria dengan ini antara kerama pulaknya.
We hope you enjoyed that performance, ladies and gentlemen. A royal welcoming dance, and of course, intertwined with the traditional gamelan music. Our aim this morning is to make you all feel like royalty as we welcome you to the IFLA WLIC opening ceremony here in Kuala Lumpur. Thank you for joining us. How's everybody doing this morning? This morning I aim to break one of the many myths that exist in modern times. It is said that librarians are very quiet people. Well, notably so because you can't really make much noise inside a library, but we're not in a library now, are we? So ladies and gentlemen, one more time I ask you, how's everybody doing this morning? Myths busted. Thank you so much for joining us this morning and a warm welcome. I'm going to go on a limb and try my Spanish and say, Hola, ¿cómo estás? And I understand we have some representatives who speak French. Bonjour. Bienvenue en Malaisie. And to our friends from China, I say, 大家好. 欢迎大家. And thank you very much once again for being here this morning. The Honorable Mr. Muhammadin Katapi, Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Malaysia. The Honorable Mr. Muhammad Bakhtiar bin Wanchik, Deputy Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Malaysia. The Honorable Tan Sri Dr. Ali Hamza, Chief Secretary to the Government of Malaysia. Mrs. Gloria Perez Samaron, President of the International Federation of Library Associations and Institutions. Dato' Rashidi Hasbullah, Secretary General to the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture. Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Haji Muhammad Amin Nordin Abdul Aziz, the Mayor of Kuala Lumpur, this beautiful city. Mr. Gerald Leitner, IFLA Secretary General. Yang Berbahagia Dato' Nafisa binti Ahmad, Director General of the National Library of Malaysia and Chairman of the National Committee of IFLA WLIC 2018. Also the President of the Librarians Association of Malaysia. To the members of the National Committee, distinguished guests, members of the media, delegates of the IFLA World Library and Information Congress 2018, ladies and gentlemen. I understand we're also streaming on Facebook. We're streaming live to you wherever you may be around the world watching this. So welcome to the broadcast and thank you for being here. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, it is now my sincere pleasure to invite Yang Berbahagia Dato' Nafisa binti Ahmad, Director General of the National Library of Malaysia and Chairman of the National Committee of IFLA WLIC 2018 to now deliver her welcoming remarks.
The Honorable Mr. Muhammadin Katapi, Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture. I'm nervous in front of you all. The Honorable Mr. Muhammad Bakhtiar bin Wanchik, Deputy Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Malaysia. The Honorable Tan Sri Dr. Ali Hamza, Chief Secretary to the Government of Malaysia. Mrs. Gloria Perez Salmeron, President, International Federation of Library Association and Institution. Dato' Rashidi Hasbullah, Secretary General, Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Malaysia. Tan Sri Haji Muhammad Amin Nordin Abdul Aziz, Mayor of Kuala Lumpur, the host city. Mr. Gerald Leitner, IFLA Secretary General. Members of the National Committee, distinguished guests, members of the media, delegates of IFLA World Library and Information Congress 2018, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the National Committee of World Library and Information Congress 2018, I am very delighted and honored to host this 84th IFLA World Library and Information Congress today in Kuala Lumpur and to welcome you to Malaysia. It is a great pleasure to have you here to participate and share your experiences and expertise. Thank you for coming. I wish to extend a warm welcome to fellow participants from the various countries. I realize that you are fully dedicated to the Congress session, but I do hope you will also take time to enjoy fascinating Malaysia with its tropical setting, friendly people, and multicultural cuisine. I'm also pleased to see such a number of participants here, almost more than 3,000. I reserve this to the President to announce the actual number after this. I'm very grateful to our Honorable Mr. Mohammadan Katapi, Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture of Malaysia, for taking your busy schedule to attend this important conference, for librarian, and to our Honorable Tan Sri Dr. Ali Hamzah, Chief Secretary to the Government of Malaysia, for delivering the keynote address, and to our Honorable Mr. Muhammad Bakhtiar Wancik for being here with us today. I also wish to thank Mrs. Gloria Perez Samaron, the IFLA President who will be officiating this auspicious event, and members of the Governing Board for choosing Malaysia to be the host of IFLA WLIC 2018 for the first time ever. Thank you. I'm also pleased to see professors, librarians, speakers from all over the world, all in one place. As we know, IFLA World Library and Information Congress provide a very unique opportunity for all of us. This is a special platform where we gather to strengthen our collaboration and networking and to exchange ideas and best practices. As you are aware, this is the Congress which is principally designed to enhance the development of librarianship and libraries internationally. This annual gathering enables us to build a productive dialogue and provide an invaluable opportunity for networking and fruitful contacts. Generous sponsorship from local organizations such as the Malaysia Communication and Multimedia Commission and Kuala Lumpur City Hall, library vendors and companies have recognized IFLA WLIC as an important platform to discuss library and information issues across the world. A note of appreciation also goes to all the esteemed local and international sponsors for your valuable and continuous support in making this international event possible. To our parent, Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture, Main Committee, National Committee consisting of the Librarians Association of Malaysia and the National Library of Malaysia, comprised of academic libraries, special libraries, public libraries, library faculties and school libraries, as well as our partner, Malaysian Convention Exhibition Bureau and Kuala Lumpur City Hall, who are very, very committed to provide maximum hospitality to all the participants and guests. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's theme, Transform Libraries, Transform Societies, with the additional tagline, Reaching Out to the Hard to Reach, was chosen in recognition of the critical role played by libraries in the development of a nation, particularly in the ability to transform societies. All libraries, especially public libraries, should embark on a comprehensive transformation to attract readers, especially the young generation who has perception on libraries as a place where all material, ranging from outdated fiction novels to decades-old magazines, still dominating the shelf. Transform Libraries, Transform Societies is chosen to increase awareness of the value, impact, and services provided by the librarians. One of the main roles of libraries and librarians is to transform our communities. Libraries must continually innovate and evolve to best serve the communities around them. Transforming the library triggers a sense of urgency for libraries to reinvent themselves as the heart of the community. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so excited to see many young librarians eagerly participating and networking. Networking among other librarians to learn and share perspectives from different domains and countries. Believe me, this Congress is the best platform for you to develop your communication, stakeholder relationship, and leadership skill. I hope in the future more young librarians will come forward to lead. In closing, I wish to express my gratitude to all participants and sponsors for their full cooperation and contribution to the 84th IFLA World Library and Information Congress 2018, and my special gratitude to co-chair and the members of the National Committee, and also to all IFLA WLIC 2018 volunteers for the full commitment, diligence, and hard work in ensuring IFLA WLIC 2018 a success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Datuk Nafisa binti Ahmad, for your welcoming remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, Kuala Lumpur is a city of contrast and diversity. To roll out the proverbial red carpet and welcome you to the city, not only its beautiful sights and sounds, but also food, and for the ladies, select some specific shopping venues perhaps. Allow me to now invite the Mayor of Kuala Lumpur to kindly take the stage, Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Haji Muhammad Amin Nordin Abdul Aziz.
Thank you, MC. The Honorable Mr. Muhammadin Ketapi, Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture of Malaysia, the Honorable Mr. Muhammad Bakhtiar Wanci, Deputy Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture of Malaysia, Tan Sri Datuk Sri Dr. Ali Hamzah, Chief Secretary to the Government of Malaysia, Datuk Rashidi Hasbullah, Secretary General Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture of Malaysia, Mrs. Gloria Perez Salmeron, IFLA President, Mr. Garrett Littner, IFLA Secretary General, Datuk Nafisah Ahmad, Chairman National Committee, IFLA WIC 2018, and also Director General of National Library of Malaysia, distinguished guests, conference participants, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, and a very warm welcome to the 84 IFLA World Library and Information Congress 2018. First and foremost, let me welcome our international delegates to Malaysia, to Kuala Lumpur, and for those of you who are in Kuala Lumpur for the first time, welcome to Malaysia, and for those who have visited here before, welcome back, and we are very happy to see you again. I would like to express my sincere gratitude for your presence in this opening ceremony. Kuala Lumpur is delighted to host IFLA WIC 2018, which is held for the first time in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and I'm grateful to the IFLA WLIC 2018 National Committee, Datuk Nafisah Ahmad, and each and every committee members who has been working hard together in such a world-class event. In fact, we hosted the World Urban Forum early this year. 35,000 participants participated in that event, and we'll be also hosting the World Energy Conference somewhere in October, and we are more than happy to host more events in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a great honor for the city of Kuala Lumpur to host the largest gathering of librarians and worldwide experts at the IFLA World Library International Congress 2018 at the Kuala Lumpur Convention Center. The theme of WIC 2018, Transform Libraries, Transform Societies, is very much in line with Malaysian Vision 2020 to become a developed nation by the year 2020. And one of the thrust areas of our vision is to develop a knowledge-based society, and this is where libraries and librarians can fully utilize their potential skills and knowledge in helping to realize the Vision 2020 target. In a multiracial, multicultural, multilingual, and multi-religious society, such as the Malaysian society, a neutral agency or organization such as the library is therefore well-positioned to cater the different needs of the society. The city of Kuala Lumpur, located in the heart of Klang Valley, is proud to host some of the most prominent libraries in Malaysia, including the National Library, Kuala Lumpur Library, University of Malaya Library, and other economic and public special libraries. Kuala Lumpur is a cosmopolitan city catering to the different culture and religious belief, and this is reflected to the rich and strong collection in both the digital and printed formats, inclusive library services and state-of-the-art library infrastructure. In fact, City Hall owns about 16 libraries now in Kuala Lumpur. We intend to build more library, and by the year 2020, we hope to have about 40 libraries throughout the whole Kuala Lumpur. Library infrastructure in Malaysia, especially in the city of Kuala Lumpur, has been significantly transformed to reach out those who are inaccessible and highly equipped by ICT, creates knowledge networks throughout the city. And the Kuala Lumpur Tourism Master Plan 2015-2025, with the vision to transform Kuala Lumpur into a world-class tourism destination, aim to enhance the city's current tourism activities through new products and services. In this context, libraries can support and enhance the city's current tourism activities and offering by providing knowledge tourism, as library is the window to the global world. It is geared towards the creation of knowledge-based society, and we are trying as much as possible to accommodate the need for information for all walks of life, and the cooperation between library and Kuala Lumpur City is one way to accommodate the needs. I hope that Kuala Lumpur will provide an exciting and interesting setting during your visit here when you are not committed to the conference events. Have a wonderful conference, and please enjoy our restaurant, food, shopping, public spaces, and our libraries. We want to showcase our diverse cultures and fascinating tourist attraction, and we also want to provide a platform to all of you to meet and network with our counterparts in Malaysia, and your support and assistance are highly appreciated, and I thank all of you for your participation in the conference and making it a success. Ladies and gentlemen, Kuala Lumpur wishes all delegates on an engaging, productive, and fruitful conference, and we sincerely hope and look forward to your support and participation at IFLA WLIC 2018, and I sincerely thank all international and local participants and speakers for being here with us today. So do walk around. We have our River of Life project around in the center of Kuala Lumpur. It's about 60% completed, and you can see near Dataran Merdeka. You can have time. Please visit our blue pool, our blue fountain, whereby it starts at 9 p.m. every night. There will be music. They call it musical fountain, and all kind of songs will be sang during that every night. So hope take your time, visit our Merdeka Square and also the Blue Fountain. So with that, I wish you a pleasant stay in Kuala Lumpur. Thank you.
Thank you, Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Haji Muhammad Amin Nordin Abdul Aziz, the Mayor of Kuala Lumpur. And now, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, to deliver the opening speech, please allow me to invite Ms. Gloria Perez Samaron, IFLA President, to kindly take the stage.
Hola, welcome, bienvenue, bienvenidos, herzlich willkommen, dobro poszolobat, alahan bikum, huaning, and of course, salamat datang. Saya amat gembira kerana dapat bersama semua. Welcome to Kuala Lumpur, to the World Library and Information Congress. I can see that World Trolley has come to Kuala Lumpur here. What a crowd, and what a city to be in, because I have learned that the word Kuala means confluence. And as we are not just here for a conference, we are here for a confluence, for a convergence, I'm coming together for an experience, ideas, and inspiration, in person and online. no one of this would be possible without our hosts. I have so many thanks to give to the government of Malaysia, to the Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture of Malaysia. Thank you in particular to the Honorable Mohammadin Ketapi, Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture. To Tan Sri Dr. Sri Ali Hamza, Chief Secretary General of the Government of Malaysia. To the city authorities of Kuala Lumpur and to its mayor, Tan Sri Amin Nordin bin Abdul Aziz. To the National Library of Malaysia, to Dato Nafisa Ahmad, is Director General of the National Library of Malaysia, also the chair of our National Committee and President of the Librarian Association of Malaysia. To our National Committee, you have taken on you the major task and delivered. You have made this happen. I would like to thank you both, Dato Nafisat and Dato Saifun Osman, for you and your colleagues' work. Thank you very much. To Malaysia and its 11,500 librarians, we have seen so much examples of what your institutions are doing in our WLIC newsletter during this last month. Many of us in the room will have the opportunity to see all with our own eyes next week. Thank you to everyone that has put together such a great program, to the officers and members of our standing committees and special interest groups, to our division chairs and other board members, and of course to IFLA staff and Secretary General of IFLA. Thank you, Gerald. I have already thanked to the National Committee, but I wanted to thank them in particular for choosing the theme of the conference, Transform Libraries, Transform Societies. This is a positive message, a dynamic message, and an empowering message, a message close to my own theme, libraries, motors of change. Of course, there is so many great examples of this already happening here, in communities at the human level, vulnerable populations given new confidence, unemployed people helped to find new work, students helped to do their homework and complete their courses, mothers getting the health information they need to care out for their families, farmers enabled to receive support and find out the latest techniques. In the new examples, we are receiving of the SDGs, and we are receiving these SDGs stories in IFLA Library Map of the World. And libraries are also changing policies, changing the settings in society. I have been so proud to see the work of Bibliotecarios al Senado in Colombia. With the support from IFLA, they started with a campaign around copyright reform. They have seen smart, winning new friends, building understanding and support for libraries, and they made change happen. And copyright reform was not enough. With a new government in place, they have immediately engaged to shape the agenda of the new ministries. Their energy has spread to other countries in Latin America and is the start of a movement. I'm so proud of them. It's a proof that libraries can make the change happen. But there is another key message to the theme of this conference, a timely one I will be discussing in my president session and another times throughout this conference. To make transformation happen, we cannot remain and transform ourselves. So the change within must come along this change in our broader environment. We cannot sit back and relax. Many of us come from countries where the library is the grandest building in the city, where the library's place in society seems as solid as bricks and stone from which they are built, permanently and movable. There is traced from disasters, and they're still as the tragic examples we saw in libraries in the Caribbean following the Hurricane Irma, or the University Library in Mosul, they have shown. And of course, we must respond, rebuild, and revive. Yet the rise of the internet has shown that we cannot only count on the physical. There are new means of delivering services and access to information, new competition for people's attention, new connections, new divides as well. We may be at the heart of our cities, towns, and villages, but this does not necessarily mean that we are at the heart of our communities anymore. We must find ourselves, place ourselves right at the center of things, be as essential, more essential to our users as ever before. Deliver on the development goals, because a transformed society needs transformed libraries. It cannot be a question of just doing the minimum to survive. We cannot be satisfied with incremental change, kicking just hard enough to keep our heads above the water. We must kick up, jump higher, run ahead. This is not to say that it will be easy. I know. We have our habits, our peculiarities, our truths, or at least our truisms. But we cannot be passive, complain rather than to act. We have to fight fatalism, embrace and spread our optimism and our confidence, our message. And we can do it. I'm totally sure we can do it, because the change is already among us. It's you. The change is you, all of you. I know this because I see it, because I feel it at meetings and conferences like this one, in discussions and debates, at all of the vision meetings, the global vision meetings I had been involved in. When I stand in front of you here in the room and also online, by coming to this conference, by following our live streamings, you are joining this transformation. And in turn, you will be the agents of change in your communities. So it's true. Transformed societies do require libraries to transform. But I like better the order proposed by our host this year. Transform libraries, transform societies. We are the motors of change, and we are ready. We are ready to move up a gear. It's our duty and our opportunity, because societies are better, fairer, stronger, and more diverse for being shaped by libraries. I want to invite you tomorrow to the President's session, where we will hear from 5 past holders of the role. Also, we will hear to the Finnish President of the Library Association and of our Secretary General. And we will be talking about key driver of transformation, mindset change. It will be a particular honor me to share with the stage with people who have inspired me with their ideas, who have fueled my motor of change. IFLA, of course, is undergoing its own transformation, and you are also all part of this transformation, because the success of one organization, of one profession, depends on looking at itself as a whole, making every single person, every voice count. Drawing on the sum of its ideas and turning these into actions to reach common goals, drawing on the talent, experience, and diversity of its governing board. Please stand up, members of the governing board. You really deserve an applause. Thank you. But I want to highlight in particular the contribution of one person here, Gerald Leiner, our Secretary General, now for over 2 years. He's the driving force behind efforts to build a new architecture for IFLA, a more participatory and inclusive organization, and he used to say. This is not just nice words in a speech, but real actions, real transformation day after day. So join me in a warm applause to welcome Gerald Leitner. Terry Mackasey.
Thank you, Mrs. Gloria, for that speech. And now in turn, we invite the IFLA Secretary General, Mr. Gerald Leitner, to kindly take the stage and deliver his address.
Honorable Minister, distinguished guests of honor, what an inspiring speech of our President. What a great President. Many thanks, Gloria, for this great speech. Good morning, IFLA. Good morning, colleagues in this spectacular room. It's fantastic to be back in Asia with our Congress after 5 years. As the leading global organization for the library and information profession, IFLA has a mission to reach out to all parts of the world. And we are thrilled that with this Congress here in Kuala Lumpur, thanks to the outstanding support of the Malaysian National Committee, many colleagues from Malaysia, but also from the neighboring country, from whole Asia, have the chance to experience the IFLA World Library and Information Congress for the first time in their life. This is wonderful, this is great, and I thank you really for all your efforts which you have done. Many thanks to the National Committee. But of course, we are aware that the beautiful city of Kuala Lumpur is very far away from other regions, and that not everyone can join us here. Therefore, for the second time, IFLA will live stream parts of the Congress, and we will deliver it to the global library community without any costs. And because IFLA always wants to grow, to improve, to become better, our live stream offer is also much better as last year. We will give colleagues from all over the world the chance to participate in 9 sessions, more than ever before. We are streaming the 5 most popular sessions like this one and 4 very important sessions of professional units. This will allow colleagues at home to get a taste of the conference, and for sure, we want to see all of you next year at our Congress in Athens, Greece. Libraries and their services they offer are built on values. IFLA, as the global voice of libraries, has always taken a strong position in favor of fundamental freedoms and in promoting the principles of access, empowerment, and non-discrimination. From the annual World Library and Information Congress to the day-to-day work of our members around the globe, the library community defends and promotes these principles daily. The literate, informed, and participatory societies that we seek to create depend on free expression, non-discrimination, and access to information through high-quality library services open for all. This is both a necessary and an ongoing effort. We do not currently live in a world where our values are universally shared. The World and Library Information Congress offers a unique opportunity to drive progress. In the last 10 years, IFLA's World Library and Information Congress have been held in 5 different continents, giving thousands of members of our community the chance to participate. It has also given host cities and regions clear proof of the enthusiasm and the transformative power of libraries. By promoting inclusiveness, both of terms bringing the conference as close as many to our members as possible, and in maximizing participation from elsewhere, the World Library and Information Congress can be the start of a dialogue which serves to strengthen the resolve and the voice of libraries, underline the values of libraries and the importance of services we provide. All who do attend this conference in person or virtually will be able to join us in promoting libraries, their services, and their values, in building an ever stronger community here in Asia and in all parts of the world. Let's make the most of this opportunity in the days to come. The Global Vision Report, the result of contributions from colleagues from 190 countries, from all 7 continents, shows that across all regions, all library types, and lengths of library experience, we share a deep commitment to the enduring value and role of libraries. Never before has there been such an initiative as the IFLA Global Vision, which gives every single librarian in the world the chance to contribute. And never before have so many librarians from all parts of the world contributed to a global conversation. As IFLA Secretary General, as Secretary General of this wonderful organization, I say it loudly and proudly, no other organization in the world in the field of culture and education has been able to launch such an inclusive and democratic process worldwide. The Global Vision Report is the manifestation of a new idea of IFLA and of the power and potential of a united library field. But we are just at the beginning. For the realization of all the great opportunities which the Global Vision Report identifies, we need all of you, your ideas and your actions. Tomorrow, we will launch the full version of the Global Vision Report. Together with you, we are going to create the biggest idea stores for actions to make the global vision a reality, a source of inspiration for the strategic and daily work of librarians all over the world. But all this depends on you, your experience, and your creativity, and your engagement. IFLA and the Global Vision, that's you. Bring in your ideas, make our vision real. To reach this ambitious goal, to realize the global vision, IFLA headquarters is already moving up a gear. We are working on new tools to support our members more effectively and strengthen the position of libraries globally. We have brought many new ideas and services for you to Kuala Lumpur. Tomorrow morning at the IFLA highlight session, we will present some of these to all of you. We are really keen to discuss these further with you during the whole week to get your input, to get your feedback, and to develop in partnership it together with you. Don't miss the opportunity to contribute. Colleagues, I'm sure we are going to have a vibrant Congress here in beautiful Kuala Lumpur. Over 250 sessions, more than 500 speakers, and listen now, 3,516 delegates from 112 countries will give you the unique opportunity to get a colorful, inspiring picture about what is currently going on in the global library field. Use these opportunities, become an active part of it, build your network. I'm very much looking forward to meeting as many of you as possible during the week, to get your ideas, to get your feedback. Have a great conference. See as many of you as possible in fantastic meeting, in vibrant sessions, and don't miss the General Assembly on Tuesday. Enjoy the most international Library and Information Congress in the world. Thank you for coming to Kuala Lumpur and have a great conference here. Many thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Gerald Leitner. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Leitner spoke about democracy just a little bit, touching on IFLA's democratic process, and I can't help but chime in and say the democratic process is alive and well here in Malaysia. For the very first time in our 61 years of independence, we now have a new government, and we are at the cusp of 100 days of a newly minted government serving the people. Also, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I want to invite you to stay just a little longer here in Malaysia, because on the 31st of August, we will be celebrating our 61st Independence Day. I take that as a yes. So to the Ministry of Tourism, that means extra tourist receipts. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, representing the newly minted government and presenting his speech to you now, 3,516 delegates. No pressure, Mr. Minister. Please help me in welcoming the newly minted Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture. A round of applause for the Honourable Mr. Muhammadin Katapi.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. Welcome to everybody. The Honorable Mr. Mohammed Bakhtiar bin Wanci, Deputy Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Malaysia. The Honorable Tan Sri Dr. Ali Hamzah, Chief Secretary to the Government of Malaysia. Mrs. Gloria Perez Salmerol, President, International Federation of Library Association and Institution. Datu Rashidi Hasbullah, Secretary General, Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture of Malaysia. Tan Sri Haji Muhammad Amin Nurdin Abdul Aziz, Mayor of Kuala Lumpur. Distinguished guests, members of the media, delegates of IFLA World Library and Information Congress 2018, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture and the Government of Malaysia, allow me to welcome all delegates to the World Library and Information Congress 2018. Welcome and selamat datang to Malaysia, truly Asia. It is indeed a great honor for Kuala Lumpur to be the host for the 84th IFLA General Conference and Assembly. This, of course, will not be possible without the perseverance of the team from National Library of Malaysia and the Librarian Association of Malaysia in making sure that Malaysia ticks all the right boxes in the bidding process, as well as the trust given by IFLA to Malaysia in hosting this important event. Ladies and gentlemen, Kuala Lumpur may be a long journey from home, but there is a saying that goes, the world is a book, and those who do not travel read only one page. Therefore, it is heartwarming to see excited faces this morning. The excitement, the energy, and the positive feelings of the delegates augur well for this Congress. Events such as World Library and Information Congress also offers a good opportunity for all delegates to interact with one another and to gain new insight and views, especially coming from those with various backgrounds and diverse experiences. Libraries and transform. Not only knowledge is power to transform libraries and transform societies in today's world, but in the word of the Dalai Lama, share your knowledge, it is a way to achieve immortality. Ladies and gentlemen, I couldn't express enough on how proud and happy we are to host this Congress, as it brings together all walks of library professional or librarian from all over the world. Although you will be occupied much of the week with the various seasons, please spend time to personally experience the many sights and wonders of Malaysia. Even right here in Kuala Lumpur, the city of diversity. I am sure you will find Malaysia has many fascinating things to offer, from warm, friendly people and rich cultural diversity to its breathtakingly diverse flora and fauna, which is globally recognized, and I would urge all of you to visit us again in future. On this note, all allow me to express my heartfelt appreciation to the dedicated team of the national committees comprising librarians from the National Library of Malaysia, Librarian Association of Malaysia, librarian from academic libraries, public library, special library, and retired librarian. For your untiring efforts and full commitment to ensure the success of IFLA, World Library and Information Congress 2018. I believe that the role of libraries in Malaysia is still relevant and continues to develop rapidly despite the challenges of digital information and social media. Libraries will still be relevant if it can transform to meet the information need of society. In fact, from the ministry's point of view, libraries are important cultural and tourism institutions. Two complex and layered field of modern civilization, both sectors are known to bring positive effects on social development. Through digitalization, libraries further contributed to the progress of social development based on knowledge and run by digital technology. Therefore, I believe this prestigious Congress will give Malaysia the opportunity to showcase the service and facilities of our libraries and share best practice in librarianship, information management, and communication technology. I understand Malaysia is the third country among the Asian member states to host the IFLA World Library and Information Congress after Thailand in 1999 and Singapore in 2013. From the Congress, with participation of more than 3,370 delegates from more than 111 countries. As of yesterday, we expect to generate more ringgit Malaysia 40 million, as this is a prestigious international, professional, and trade event for the library and information service sector. We ensure you that Malaysia observes freedom of access to information and freedom of expression as embodied in IFLA. This Congress will definitely be the best platform for the exchange of ideas and intercultural discussion. Ladies and gentlemen, I do hope you enjoy our cultural performance shortly, which has been styled to the theme of the Congress: transform libraries, transform societies. You will be taken on a journey throughout Malaysia in the form of dances and performances of the different ethnic groups in Malaysia. Such cultural and ethnic diversity, coupled with the unity of Malaysian living in harmony, showcase our uniqueness and our strength and diversity. This has made Malaysia a preferred destination for tourists to experience Malaysia, truly Asia. In conclusion, once again, on behalf of the Ministry of Tourism, Art and Culture, Malaysia, I would like to thank all Congress speakers, international and local participation, for being here with us today. Your presence here at this Congress proves that accessible tourism is pivotal and close to all our hearts. Finally, it is my ardent hope that you would enjoy your time here, especially during your visit to the various tourist attractions in Malaysia, and more importantly, the friendship you have made along the journey. May you take home pleasant, exciting, and fond memories of your stay in Malaysia. On that note, thank you very much for being here, and have a fruitful stay in Kuala Lumpur. Thank you very much.
Thank you to the Honorable Mr. Muhammadin Ketapi, Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Malaysia. And to all the librarians present, the term retired librarians was used as a measure of actually respect, because we have a retired Prime Minister who's now come back to lead the nation. Our Prime Minister is 93 years old. So, retired librarians, you're an invigorating presence here in IFLA. Ladies and gentlemen, As promised by the Honourable Minister, up next we have a cascade of cultures that will take you through the journey of Malaysia. The term Malaysia Truly Asia is represented here in this performance, as you will see the many ethnic groups, the Malays, the Chinese, and the Indians, and even the ethnicities of Sabah.
Taklah Amin.
Oh, macam tu ya, Ibu.
Jadikan buku teman yang setia. Hatikan gembira dengan budaya rajin membaca.
Asing, wicia tuksu. Jadikan buku teman yang setia. Hatikan gembira dengan budaya rajin membaca.
Dunia luas kita teroka, membaca tajamkan minda, cari ilmu di mana-mana, membaca wawasan kita.
Aram semua, kita maca, boleh penemu bangsa maju.
Migium olimu, somboh nopoh, mogo baca, amalon dota paru.
Mari semua kita membaca, capai impian bangsa berjaya. Mari membaca, membaca amalan yang mulia.
membaca sekarang bukan hanya dengan buku, tapi lebih mudah dengan medium teknologi baru seperti
Telefon pintar?
iPad dan komputer riba.
Ibu, tengok ni. Buku sejarah pun dah diformatkan dalam aplikasi telefon mudah alih.
Transform libraries, transform societies.
We hope you enjoyed that performance, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, librarians, make some noise for our performers. Ladies and gentlemen, the rollout of national reading programs has been something that we do every year, and through our various libraries and initiatives, even communities in rural areas are enabled to read and encouraged to do so. Bangsa membaca, bangsa berjaya. A society that reads is indeed a society that achieves. Now, to this end, and to present to you a keynote address on the rollout of our various programs, initiatives, and to take you through the various processes involved in how we inculcate reading here in Malaysia, in presenting the keynote address, we're truly fortunate to have with us the Chief Secretary to the Government of Malaysia. On that note, please help me welcome to the stage Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri, Dato Sri Dr. Ali bin Hamzah.
Thank you, Terence. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. The Honorable Mr. Muhammadin bin Ketapi, Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Malaysia. The Honorable Mr. Muhammad Bakhtiar bin Wan Cik, Deputy Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Malaysia. Ms. Gloria Perez Salmeron, President of the International Federation of Library Associations and Institutions. With all other protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen, it's a big challenge after a beautiful cultural show to give a speech. I would like to welcome each and every one of you to Malaysia. It's indeed a great honor and pleasure for me to be here today at the IFLA World Library and Information Congress 2018 with the theme, Transform Libraries, Transform Societies. This theme aligns with the tagline, reaching out to the hard to reach. Knowledge has always been the most powerful transformative force that helps a society evolve, and libraries have been the sole backbone to the dissemination of this knowledge before the age of the internet. Today in Malaysia, we have 516 libraries under the purview of the National Library of Malaysia, with the cumulative registered membership of about 2.6 million members, including more than 500,000 online members. This is in line with the Sustainable Development Goals, SDG, on enhancing and sustaining reading culture to improve well-being and support lifelong learning. Honorable Minister, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, since achieving independence in 1957 and the formation of Malaysia in 1963, we believe that knowledge is the appropriate tool to transform our society. Nevertheless, creating a reading culture is a challenging task. To achieve this, the transformation process of libraries in Malaysia took place and was driven by technology beginning in the late 1980s and early 1990s. The transformation was executed in three phases. Firstly, it began with the digitization of library systems and collections to establish digital libraries and the development of their electronic contents. Secondly, upgrading of information and knowledge management competencies and skills among librarians and their users. And finally, providing ICT-driven information and knowledge services that help to transform communities and societies via reading and literacy. The digital library's greatest advantage is its wide reach to facilitate access of information and knowledge throughout the far reaches of Malaysia, reaching out to areas and groups of people that are normally hard to reach. Communities are then transformed as they utilize the information technologies and consume the information served to them. Ladies and gentlemen, in reaching out to the hard to reach, the National Library of Malaysia and its associate libraries are striving to promote and provide the best facilities and services to the general public. The reaching out has encouraged reading and literacy, providing information and knowledge to urban areas and also to those underserved due to geographical location or distance, and also the disadvantaged groups such as the urban poor, the handicapped or differently abled, and the illiterate. On the other hand, it is also important to enhance and upgrade librarians and their user competencies and skills on digitization and library technologies. At the same time, the intricacies of the digital library require most libraries in Malaysia to conduct information literacy programs for their users, enabling them to acquire skills in information retrieval and usage, laying the basis for lifelong learning and research. Searching, selecting, analyzing, consolidating, and presenting information are independent lifelong skills that would enable users to search for, use, and apply information throughout life. Therefore, the digital library can transform communities and societies via reading and literacy. Ladies and gentlemen, the National Library of Malaysia is also providing human resource and advisory services to special libraries. The staff at these special libraries are seconded from the National Library of Malaysia, 5 private libraries in Malaysia. In Malaysia, the corporate social responsibility, CSR programs for communities are undertaken by different types of libraries, whether it is public library, academic library, or special library. In 2017, the National Library of Malaysia intensified the promotion of the Digital Library 2.0 through outreach programs and social media. The outreach programs included online hands-on training, workshops, and exhibitions. As a result, the National Library of Malaysia managed to exceed the targeted digital library usage with 4.1 million page views. In the same vein, the National Library of Malaysia has taken the lead in this transformation process, utilizing digital technology as the enabler to drive changes in providing library services in the nation. In this regard, one of the strategies is the introduction of ubiquitous library, or U Pustaka, we call it in Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, the key objectives of the establishment of U Pustaka are to make information accessible to all, building a cooperative library network system, and creating, sharing, and exchanging knowledge in a knowledge society. U Pustaka provides free membership registration, borrowing of books online, access to digital contents, delivery of books by courier postal services, and returning of books via book drops at any of the 8 consortium libraries in Malaysia. To date, cumulative U Pustaka membership stands at 496,600. In 2017 alone, there were 15,107 new members registered. There were also 4.1 million hits or page views and 68,700 e-books and physical books loaned out under U Pustaka in 2017. U Pustaka has been further upgraded and will be rolled out to other public libraries in Malaysia in an effort to make Malaysia into an inclusive knowledge society. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, rebranding Malaysia's rural library is also part of the transformation strategy and involves governance, administration, infrastructure, and human resource. 4 new rural libraries in different states in Malaysia have been chosen as pilot projects, bringing the total number of rural libraries in Malaysia to 1,112. The 4 new libraries are well equipped with reading materials in the form of books, magazines, newspapers, and facilities such as computers and free Wi-Fi access. Till December 2017, the National Library of Malaysia manages 512 rural libraries, whereas the other 600 rural libraries are managed by the respective state government in Malaysia. The government of Malaysia proved its commitment to enhance the quality of life of rural areas by allocating an operational budget amounting ringgit Malaysia 38.4 million or equivalent to USD 8.6 million for all the 512 rural libraries to strengthen the library infrastructure and facilities. To date, the total cumulative library collection in the rural libraries comes to 11.85 million copies. Ladies and gentlemen, we need to tackle the changing lifestyle of the youth with the advancement of social media. So it is vital to promote and create reading culture among the youth. Countries now have increasingly need to focus their resources on education, training, and recreational needs of their youth in order for them to develop into well-informed, knowledgeable, productive, healthy, and responsible members of the society. Apart from formal institutions such as the universities and colleges, informal education that emphasizes lifelong learning, such as self-development in various fields of knowledge, is vital to the development of youth. A well-informed and knowledgeable young population with healthy moral values will provide a strong fundamental base for the country's future human capital. With the affinity and aptitude of young people for modern and innovative technologies, libraries are equipped with computers and internet, as well as place for information seeking and usage. These are, of course, in addition to the library's resources and activities to encourage library among the young population. Lastly, I believe the success of libraries to reaching out to the hard to reach will be dependent on it being proactive in designing services which are relevant, useful, timely, and appealing to the society with the continuous support and collaboration of stakeholders from the public and private sectors. Ladies and gentlemen, this Congress is an avenue for library professionals to share their experiences on best practices and benchmark each other to develop better library services. It's good to have best practices, but at times we have to invent ways how to quantum leap from those best practices. It is therefore my fervent hope that we continue to have lively exchanges and deliberations that will be beneficial for all. With that note, I wish all the delegates a fruitful and successful meeting. At the same time, enjoy Kuala Lumpur and Malaysia. Thank you.
We thank the Chief Secretary to the Government of Malaysia, Tan Sri, Dato Sri, Dr. Ali Hamzah, for presenting the keynote address. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we now direct your attentions to the screen for a special message. He has reinvigorated the term super senior. He is our 7th Prime Minister who's 93 years old. Ladies and gentlemen, a special message from the Honorable Prime Minister of Malaysia, Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad.
Greetings from Malaysia, truly Asia. Let me begin by extending a warm welcome to all the delegates of the International Federation of Library Associations and Institutions, World Library and Information Congress, IFLA WLIC 2018 to Kuala Lumpur. It is indeed an honor for Kuala Lumpur to be the host for this event. Most importantly, it is a congress that is associated with libraries and information. Libraries have always had its place in every famous civilization. In fact, without libraries, we lose a mark of our civilization. Throughout the years, we saw libraries have evolved considerably. Nowadays, they no longer serve as repositories of books, but also a central entity to the acquisition of information and knowledge. With the rapid development in research and information technologies, libraries worldwide have changed not only in its role and functions, but in terms of contents and appearance. As you go about with your presentations, discussions, and deliberations, do remember that as a citizen of the world, we need to look beyond boundaries for information. Let us work together to ensure that we conserve and preserve information that is freely available to everyone in line with the theme, Transform Libraries, Transform Societies. With delegates from over 107 countries converging in Kuala Lumpur for almost a week, we can look forward to meaningful discourse, engaging discussions, and interactive knowledge sharing, focusing on issues of reaching out to the hard to reach. I always believe that attending a congress is a professionally rewarding experience. With this, I wish all of you a meaningful and fruitful Congress, and don't forget to enjoy Kuala Lumpur, a city of contrast and diversity.
Honorable Prime Minister of Malaysia, Tun Dr. Mahathir Mohamad. We have come to the crescendo of our event, which is the official opening ceremony. On that note, I'd like to invite the Honorable Mr. Muhammadin Kitapi, Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, Malaysia, to kindly accompany Mrs. Gloria Perez Samaron, President of the International Federation of Library Associations and Institutions, and of course, Mr. Gerald Leitner, Secretary General to the International Federation of Library Associations and Institutions, to the stage to begin the ceremony. I would also like to invite the Honorable Mr. Muhammad Bakhtiar bin Wan Ching, the Honorable Tan Sri Dr. Ali Hamzah. I'd like to also invite Yang Berbahagia Dr. Rashidi Hasbullah, Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Haji Muhammad Aminuddin Abdul Aziz, Yang Berbahagia Dr. Nafisah binti Ahmad to kindly join in the ceremony. Before we begin, I'd like to hand the microphone to Mrs. Gloria. Mrs. Gloria, kindly say the magic words.
It's my pride to declare the World Library and Information Congress 2018 open.
Thank you. And hang on, everyone. The official opening ceremony will begin as soon as all our dignitaries on stage sound the ceremonial drum. On my count, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 1, 2, 3. A round of applause for our drum ensemble, Rampa Bertitir, signifying the official opening of IFLA WLIC 2018. Once again, we officially welcome you. We'd like to invite members of the media to kindly take position for an official photograph with our dignitaries. All our photographers are now in position. Ladies and gentlemen on stage, please kindly face the cameras in the middle. Everybody okay in the middle? Now we have some social media photography on your right. So ladies and gentlemen on stage, please kindly face the cameras on your right. And finally, there are some cameras on the left. Please do kindly face the cameras on your left. With 3,516 cameras, I know we're going to go viral right now. Thank you very much to our distinguished guests on stage. I'd like to now invite Yang Berbahagia Dato' Nafisa binti Ahmad to kindly accompany the Honorable Mr. Muhammadin Katapi and the President of IFLA, Mrs. Gloria Perez Samaron, as they now adjourn. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking the Honorable Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture, the President of IFLA, Secretary General of IFLA, and our other dignitaries for joining us for the official opening ceremony. Librarians, this is your cue. Make some noise.